Good morning from Gibraltar. Nellie and I are up on this rock and look at this view. Look at that. Got the 5D set up, taking some shots. What an absolute fantastic place for sunrise landscape photography. And this is the last stop in Europe before our big adventure down to Madagascar and Mozambique. And funny enough, we can see Africa from here. Morocco is just across the way, and this place is amazing. So let's start exploring Gibraltar right now. Let's go. So what a spot for landscape photography. This is pretty awesome. Definitely a tip if you come to Gibraltar is to get up super early and follow the road or one of the paths to come up to this spot. We're on the Douglas Path lookout with the main ridgeline here with the east-facing cliff and then the actual city of Gibraltar down there to the west. It's just such a fantastic spot for photography. So what I've done is set up the 5D3 and a 16-35 with two filters on the front. Got the 6-stop ND filter from Lee and then the 0.6-stop soft grad to really darken up my my frame so I can bring it down to 30 seconds and try and get the movement of this cloud over top of the ridge because it is rocketing across. The cloud is actually even sort of like, I don't know, fogging up the shot almost. So I think that it's gonna turn out really cool at 30 seconds. Yeah, it looks amazing. Really cool. So you're gonna see that right now. And the sun is just coming up right there. So I gotta switch lenses and get the sun. I think some of you might know that there are monkeys here in Gibraltar, the only wild monkeys in all of Europe, and they're coming to say hi this morning. There's two that have just showed up, and where there's, well, there was one, now there's two. Where there's two, there's many more. So I think we're gonna get some really cool shots of these monkeys this morning. Amazing, eh?
That's awesome.
What a morning up top of the Gibraltar Rock. We have just been photographing the monkeys here for the last sort of 35 minutes, and they are wicked domesticated. It feels like they are not afraid of humans at all. They're little buggers too, man. They're getting close to us and looking into our bags, and like I got a little worried that they were gonna take some of my camera gear. So yeah, good to keep your distance. That's definitely a pro tip there. But with the 7200 I could get really close, which was nice. So I got some good images of these guys, and the sun is really quite high now, so we've really burned out the highlights on this side of the rock on the east face. So we definitely were here at the right time. Here they come, man. Jesus Christ. Fuck. He's looking right at my bag. Right there. No. Bad monkey. Alright, so we're gonna walk down. Bye, monkeys. Thank you. And talk a little bit more about Gibraltar. Our photography mission this morning was a pretty good success, I think. We found a really cool location, and Nellie and I have never been here before, so it was kind of like a hit or miss idea, and that happens when you're traveling to a new place for the first time. But we both knew that Gibraltar was going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, but we didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. So when we got here yesterday, we did a little bit of research and found this this spot up on the ridge called the Douglas Lookout.
Yeah.
And it looked from Google Images to be a pretty nice photography location.
And it did not disappoint.
Yeah, so we just went for it and got up super early for sunrise, because sunrise is always the best light. And if you have never been to a place before, it's always good to location scout, but at the same time, you know, get up for sunrise because there's going to be nobody there. You'll have it all to yourself. It's
yeah,
really...
we can see it was a good decision because the tourists are now passing us on the way out.
This is a busy spot, and we're going down now. So yeah, I think that worked out really well. And let's go see a little bit more of the rock.
Welcome to the rock.
So about halfway down the rock is this spot called the Pillars of Hercules, and it's sort of like a lookout point towards Morocco and Africa, which you can maybe see way off there in the distance. There's a bit of cloud over it right now, but it's amazing how close these two coastlines are, and this, because of that vicinity, has been a really important location throughout history, dating back thousands and thousands of years into Greek mythology, and the whole rock of Gibraltar was considered one of these pillars. And I guess there must have been something on the other side, or being able just to see the coast was considered sort of the gate of the known world, or the mythical gate into the unknown world. So you have to remember that a lot of people way back then thought that the earth was flat, and as soon as you got out into the abyss of the Atlantic Ocean, you were gone forever. So really, really interesting to be standing right here on this spot, which has been just a pillar of history for so long. Very, very, very cool. And one of the main reasons I wanted to come to Gibraltar.
We're back down from the rock, back in Gibraltar City, and it is breakfast time.
More importantly, it's coffee time. So cheers to all the coffee lovers back home.
course.
What a fantastic landscape photography experience here in Gibraltar. That was an adventure, kind of dramatic with the monkeys, but like fantastic location. And I'm glad it worked out for us. So
Yeah, I think we picked a great spot there. We only have 2 days in Gibraltar, so I'm glad that we went up this morning. And it was a great way to explore Gibraltar and a great way to say goodbye to Europe as well.
yeah, so our next stop from here is Madrid, and we're not staying at all. We're just flying right down to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia and then straight to Madagascar. So this is sort of the final goodbye to Europe for the next few months, and it worked out really well. So that being said, we haven't really touched on Gibraltar as a destination in this video because this video is not about Gibraltar per se. It's more about the landscape photography at the top. But if you're interested in the history of Gibraltar, it's really intense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of a colonial sort of battleground here for hundreds of years. And then the point that we made earlier about the Pillars of Hercules, you know, this is a really strategically important destination.
I mean, just look at Google Maps and spot Gibraltar and you know why.
Yeah, exactly. So very cool that we've been able to get a little bit of a taste and a feel for this destination. But if you are interested, check out a little bit more. But yeah, next up for us is Madagascar, which is going to be
awesome.
cool.
So definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that's coming next Wednesday with an introduction to what we're doing there, how long we'll be there. So as always, I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching.
And we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Dale, wow, fantástico, gracias.
Full English breakfast. So full, so good. Just really love hash browns.